ZATA Project is the Zimbabwe AIDS Treatment Assistance Project. Zimbabwe is a country that has had a huge effect of the HIV and AIDS epidemic. It's estimated that 1 in 4 to 1 in 3 Zimbabweans are infected with HIV. So that's obviously 25 to 30% or so of the country. And the country is also at a great disadvantage because of other economic issues that are occurring there that prevent people from accessing anti-retroviral treatment. Over 10% of all of the anti-retroviral treatment that is provided in a country of about 12 million people comes from the research programs at the University of Zimbabwe. And the purpose of ZATA is to keep that effort going and to allow the faculty at the University of Zimbabwe to continue to do these very important research efforts that will eventually lead to better ways to prevent and treat HIV infection. The ZATA Project was conceived as a way to raise money and to generate interest in Zimbabwean art. And in my visits to Zimbabwe, I've always been struck by the quality of art in Zimbabwe, both paintings, sculpture, carvings, and other forms of art have really captured my interest. And as in thinking of ways to generate interest and support for people affected by HIV and AIDS in Zimbabwe, it seemed quite natural to think of a way to get people interested in the art and support us through purchase of art at ZATA functions. The idea is quite simple. Import art to the United States, sell the art, and use all the proceeds from those sales to go back to Zimbabwe to provide anti-retroviral treatment to the people who really need it. And I think it's quite obvious that this benefits not only the people who will be receiving the anti-retroviral treatment through the funds raised by ZATA, but it also benefits the art community, the community of artists in Zimbabwe, by giving them a venue for having their work recognized and sold in the United States, which in my conversations with many of the artists there, that is something that they are very interested in, and they very much support what the ZATA Project is doing. Dr. James Hakim is the Chief of Medicine at the University of Zimbabwean Medical School. Dr. Margaret Borick is the Director of the Kaposi Sarcoma Clinic at the University of Zimbabwe. And Dr. Sungai Chapato is the Director of a very large HIV prevention research program also at the University of Zimbabwe. The people who are involved in ZATA are volunteers. These volunteers come from many walks of life. Our president, Jane Oppenheim, is an administrator at the University of Colorado. Our vice president, Dr. Constance Benson, is a world-recognized leader in HIV and AIDS research. She is on the faculty of the University of California, San Diego. Other significant members of ZATA include our treasurer, my wife, Tina Campbell, and our secretary, Kit Mira Smith. At the University of California, San Diego Medical School, Dr. Chip Schooley, who is the Chief of Infectious Diseases at that institution, has been very instrumental in developing research programs not only in Zimbabwe but in other parts of the world where the AIDS epidemic is running rampant. These people have come together because of their interest in what ZATA is all about. It's really a grassroots project that solely has one aim, which is to raise money and to use that money to purchase antiretroviral drugs for people who can't otherwise afford them, and for people who need these drugs to go on living.